We're going to use variance and standard deviation to figure out a problem that can be found on the website mathisfun.com. And again, it's just going to use variance and standard deviation to try and give us a little bit more information about, how do we measure what is quote unquote normal or relatively average, and what truly is an outlier and what is not. Okay. So in this situation, you have a bunch of dogs, and you're just going to measure the heights of all of your dogs in millimeters. So the height at the shoulders are 600 millimeters, 470, 170, 430, and 300. Okay, so first off, we need to figure out, well, what's the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation. So we'll start off by figuring out, well, what is the mean of all of these dogs put together? Okay, so if I want to figure out the mean, again, the mean is the average. Okay, so the mean is going to be 600 plus 470 plus 170 plus 430 plus 300, all divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all divided by 5. Okay? And so the mean is actually going to be, if I add all those things together and divide by 5, I get 600 plus 470 plus 170 plus 430 plus 300. Okay? That gives me 1970 divided by 5 is 394. Okay, so 394 is the mean height. Okay, 394. Okay, so we're going to, on this particular graph, it already plotted out the mean height of 394. That's the green line that you see here just below the 400. So using that information, we want to calculate the variance of each dog versus the mean. Okay, and so we know that the mean is 394. Okay, and so using each dog's height, that we've got the dog's height on the left-hand side column here. So we're going to do 600 minus 394 is equal to 206, and then we're going to square that difference. Okay, which can be a really big number. So in this case, 42,436. Okay. Then we'll do 470 minus 394. Okay, and then we'll square that. Okay, so 470 minus 394 is equal to 76. We square 76. That gives us 5,763. So it gives us negative 430 minus 394 is 36. 36 squared, 1296. And 300 minus 394 is negative 94. Negative 94 squared, 8,836. Okay, so we want to find the average of the squared values. Okay, so now we're going to actually figure out, well, what's the variance? Okay, so we want to figure out the average of these squared values. So we're going to add up all of the values here that we've got. So we're going to sum up all of those numbers. So we're going to take 8836 plus 1296 plus 5176 plus 5776 plus 42,436. Okay, which is going to be 108,520, and we're going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to divide that by 5. Okay, so that's going to give us 21,704. Okay, so we've just calculated the variance. So our variance is 21,704. 704. Okay, and now what we need to do is we're going to calculate the standard deviation, and the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So we square root 21,704, and our standard deviation is going to be approximately 147 millimeters. Okay, that's our standard deviation. So that means that of all of the dogs that we have here, okay, if the green line represents the average height of all of the dogs at the shoulder, 147 millimeters above or below that 394 millimeter range, that's where almost 2/3 of all dogs within this particular group happen to fall. Okay, and so what we notice here is that within one standard deviation, most of the dogs fall within that range. Okay, so using standard deviation, we have a standard of knowing kind of what is normal and what is extra large or extra small. Okay, and so in this particular example, we've discovered that Rottweilers are tall dogs and Dachshunds are relatively short.